Hey there, happy Friday. I'm Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Lauber. We're looking at a shift in the big weather pattern that's already had an improvement for our neighbors across South Central Texas. I'll tell you how the rainfall moving west is going to be a big thing when it comes to our heat.
I'm Jacob Daniels, and coming up, I'll tell you about one South Texas family that's turning a diabetes diagnosis into hope for others.
Thank you for joining us on Chris 6 News. I'm Clara Benitez Cortez. Here's a look at what we've been following across the coastal bend.
Hey there, I'm Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Lauber. Happy Friday to you. We're watching all the rainfall that dumped buckets along South Central Texas start to move out. You can see on satellite radar that familiar counterclockwise spin. That's kind of been what we've been the culprit for all of this for the past couple of days, and while it still maintains that spin, it's going to spin its way into the desert Southwest and bring heavy rainfall to parts of the Four Corners region too. That means as that exits, we see high pressure move in on the coast of Texas, and the coastal bend is going to see a zap in rain chances, and we're really turning up the heat. And while we're sitting here under filtered sunshine from Saharan dust, we're going to be talking about watching the floodwaters move down the Nueces River watershed. There is an expectation that we will see river flooding, not along the Nueces River just yet. That's something we'll be watching in the next couple of days, but over the Frio River heading toward Tilden as we move towards Sunday. I'll tell you more about it coming up.
I'm Jordan Benavidez, and I'm here out at Lake Corpus Christi just checking out some of the water levels before we start hopefully seeing some results of the heavy rains in the northern part of our watershed this week. 6 months ago, we took a look at how our drought conditions have affected the lake. At the time, it was sitting at roughly 12% capacity. Though water levels were higher today at 33%, Chris 6 meteorologists say that number will likely go up over the next week as a result of heavy rains and flooding in hill country. And while that number isn't certain, plenty of eyes are right here to see just how much water makes its way down. From Lake Corpus Christi, I'm Jordan Benavidez, Chris 6 News.
A family vacation is now at a standstill to wait out the Texas floods. 28 family members from Kingsville and Corpus Christi are trapped in Mountain Valley Concan. Floodwaters blocked the only two crossings out of their area. They have made this their annual trip to the hill country since the 1950s. Now they're surviving on a bag of rice and military meals. Linda Solis says her family waited 5 hours for those rations.
We are essentially stranded. We are blocked in and surrounded by water. We don't have much food to get us through till probably maybe the rest of today.
Solis said about 200 people are stranded nearby. The family urgently needs milk and diapers for the babies. Now, still, she says they feel lucky compared to others.
I mean, there are people who are losing everything. They're losing their homes. They're having to be rescued via helicopters right now. Some people have lost vehicles. And so I think for the most part, it's a stressful situation because we can't go home. But I think this is essentially God's way of telling us to sit down, relax, and just take in the moment and appreciate all the things that we do have.
None of the family vehicles were damaged. Authorities told them they may be able to drive out on Sunday, depending on water levels dropping and crews inspecting the road damage. And that is not the only coastal bend area family stranded by the flooding in the Texas Hill Country.
This is going to be our only way out.
Vicki Salinas sent us this video. She and her family are from San Diego. They are also stranded in Concan. She tells us heavy rains washed out the Kenneth Arthur River crossing.
This is going to be our only way out.
Now they cannot leave the area. Fortunately, all 14 members of her family are safe. They are waiting for the conditions to improve so they can return home.
A Texas lawmaker says there could be an opportunity to strengthen renters' rights during the next legislative session. For months, Chris 6 has heard from coastal bend renters who say mold has impacted their health. But leaving their apartment isn't always an option. Jada Jenkins sat down with State Representative Denise Villalobos to show her your stories and ask whether Texas should do more to protect renters. While Senate Bill 1255 changed how Texas regulates mold professionals, it didn't create new protections for renters.
Do you think landlords should be held to a higher standard when it's impacting someone's health like that?
Looking at that, I would say yes.
Villalobos says she believes there is an opportunity to address renters' rights during the next legislative session. It encourages anyone dealing with mold or other housing issues to contact her office for resources. A family visiting Port Aransas from Breckenridge in North Texas is now asking for the community's help in finding their dog. The Bishops have gone through a very hard year after the daughter and father were in an ATV accident, leading their father to lose his leg. The mother, Amber Bishop, got their dog Red to bring cheer into the family's life after the accident.
He's her emotional support animal, and we were looking into getting him trained to be a service dog for him. But he's just really important to us. He brought her out of a depression after their accident because she felt that her dad's leg was her fault. And so he lit her up. And he's just super important to us.
This trip to Port Aransas was the first vacation they have taken since the ATV accident. Red went missing from their house on Avenue H in Port Aransas Tuesday evening.
I've had several people say that they would donate to a reward, to offer a cash reward if he's returned. So I do have like $300 that is available if somebody has him and just wants to bring him home. Or if somebody knows where he is, maybe.
If you have seen Red or have any information on his whereabouts, please call 254-246-9294. The family is here until Sunday. They say they will make the 7-hour drive back down to Port A if he is found after they leave.
I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Jacob Daniels, and one South Texas family is hitting the water for something bigger than fishing. One mom and son have turned a diabetes diagnosis into a way to give back to others. Noah Ramirez was 7 years old when his life changed, when his mom, Janice, started noticing something wasn't right.
So immediately he said he suspected type 1 diabetes, which to me was a complete shock. It doesn't run in our family. We have no history of that at all.
Jana's motherly intuition was right. He was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, and that was February of 2019. Noah was too young to understand the diagnosis at the time, but old enough to know something was wrong.
I just saw my mom and my dad crying because I think they understood what it was, but I didn't really know. And then I remember my first sensor, and I hated it. I hated everything about it, but now I'm kind of used to it.
7 years later, Noah is still living like any other kid, participating in band and other sports, and wants people to know he's not that different from you and I.
That you can eat whatever you want. Like, they think that diabetes controls what you eat and you can't eat, but it really doesn't.
But for Noah's mom, managing his diabetes is a round-the-clock job. Just last night, Jana was up every 2 hours managing a crisis.
About 1 o'clock, 2 in the morning, his sugar is dropping below 40, which is very serious and critical. So I had to wake him up, give him an apple juice. Usually after you give him some type of sugar, his sugar should increase back to normal range. His didn't.
Now they're turning difficulty into motivation. And this weekend, the Gonzalez family is taking to the water for the first ever Fishing for a Breakthrough tournament in Corpus Christi, benefiting Breakthrough T1D South Central Texas, a nonprofit helping to bring awareness and solution for type 1 diabetes, which affects 1 in 300 children. That's thousands of Texas families managing in this reality.
They have been the greatest supporters. I love their mission, which is to fund research, help with education, support local families, and that's what they did for us.
I love seeing everybody coming out to support us. It just means a lot to me.
For this family, it's not just about landing the big catch, it's about the other families on the water who understand what they go through every day.
I just want them to know I'm like everybody else.
For Noah, his diabetes hasn't changed who he is at all. And for his family, that's what this weekend's all about. Reporting on Padre Island, I'm Jacob Daniels for KRIS 6 News.
Watching KRIS 6, a part of the Scripps News Group.
South Texas heat can be dangerous, but hundreds of families will have an easier time staying cool this summer. The Salvation Army of the Coastal Bend held its annual Fans for Friends drive on Friday. Volunteers handed out 500 fans and cases of water to those in need. Organizers say community support made a record-breaking difference this year.
So these fans are donated from people in the community. People brought them to our store, donated them, organizations, businesses donated them to us, and this is actually our first year where we reached our goal of 500. So thank you to the community and helping us reach that goal.
The drive event helped hundreds of people at the Salvation Army in Corpus Christi. Organizers say this was the only fan giveaway planned for this summer. However, they do say they are always looking for volunteers to help with future community events.
Homeland Security Secretary Markwayne Mullin saying he will carry out the president's mission to purge the country of voter fraud. There is no evidence to support Mullin's claims that hundreds of thousands of people in this country voted illegally. In fact, doing so is against the law. Dead people can't vote. The fear is the administration will use those false claims to seize voting machines after the midterm elections. Mullin saying earlier in his speech that the Trump administration has given them the resources needed to do so. They're still talking about the president's speech last night, some positive, some not. President Trump using that primetime address Thursday night to raise doubts about past election results. Trump said he is releasing previously classified documents related to the 2020 and 2018 elections. He did not produce any evidence, though, that votes were manipulated in the election that would have changed any election outcomes.
According to the DHS review, state voter rolls and public records, they identified approximately 278,000 non-citizens who are registered to vote in federal elections. Since Democrat states refuse to share their voter files, the real number is actually much higher than that. Yet, even this limited analysis found more than 250,000 foreigners illegally registered to vote.
A security breach at 30 Rock. A man is under arrest after he entered the NBC studios, confronting Today's Show co-anchor Craig Melvin. Police say he slipped into a secured area Thursday morning looking for Al Roker. When he couldn't find Roker, he did find Melvin. Police say he lunged at him and yelled a racial slur. Investigators are now reviewing surveillance video to try and figure out how he managed to get by security.
Now, local events and fun things to do. It's Coastal Bend Weekend with the Hoffmans. Sponsored by Corpus Christi Events Calendar.
Can you believe summer break is already winding down for some students? And before you know it, the rest will be back to the classroom too.
But there's still time to soak in every last drop of vacation fun. Here's what's happening in your neighborhood in this week's Coastal Bend Weekend. Grab your crew and keep it real because the party is happening over at Marker 37 for Real Sportswear Summerfest.
The night features live music, cold beer, and bad choices.
Plus, plenty of summer vibes. The free concert kicks off Saturday from 6 to 11 p.m.
Calling all pitmasters, the Bayfront Barbecue Cook-Off is firing up the grill Saturday at Whataburger Field, hosted by Champions for Change.
Whether your specialty is ribs, briskets, or a family recipe you swear by, this is your chance to show off your skills and claim some serious bragging rights.
The flavor-filled fun runs from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m.
You can also head to downtown Corpus Christi for a day packed with anime, art, cosplay, shopping, food, and more.
It's all happening at the StarCon Texas pop-up event at the Texas State Museum of Asian Cultures. The festivities are Saturday from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Portland is turning back the clock with an 80s-themed pool party. Expect a DJ bubbles, kites, swimming, and a whole lot of throwback fun.
Not a fan of the water? Well, no problem. Bring your roller skates and hit the pavilion instead. The party splashes off Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. Admission is just $5.
And in Sinton, a free movie night over at Weg Ranch.
You can hang out with farm animals, enjoy some s'mores, and watch a movie under the stars.
It all starts at 5 p.m. More information, be sure to visit our website, christv.com.
And of course, folks, if you want your event featured, make sure you send us a message.
Hey there, I'm Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Lauber. I'm showing you a hydrograph. This is a forecast for the Frio River as we go through the next couple of days. Last observed, nothing really to write home about in the Frio, but as this goes into the weekend, look at the jump in the water level we're expecting at one specific point. the gauge near Tilden. And so this is going to cause some flooding. We're now expecting major flood stage just under 28 feet in that region. So that is going to flood those lower level plains. But we've had a lot of questions on social media. I'll give you the bare bones of what we're watching, and you can see more details on Facebook as to what these mean in detail. But there are a couple things that are going to make it difficult for us to understand how our reservoirs will respond to all of this intense flooding throughout the Nueces River watershed. There's been a lot of comparisons to past floods, and every weather situation is different, so that's not exactly a very good comparison. But a couple of things to keep in mind. What ends up manipulating how our reservoirs respond? Those gauges are only snapshots. They don't tell you how the volume of water is going to move over the next couple of days. Water is constantly added and lost to that river from tributaries, the soil surrounding it, and floodplains. They act as giant sponges, so it may take some more time for that water to return back to the river, if all of it does anyways. That travel time will also fluctuate as the flood wave moves through. It has an impact on the actual course of the river in a small way that has a big implication, and forecasts, they're required to have some complex modeling because all of this is a very, very top of the surface explanation as to all the things that go into it. So we've got to be patient and wait the next couple of days. I am expecting some improvement overall. Over the next couple of hours, the improvement will come in the heat winding down. We'll be back into those middle 80s as we head through tonight. Feeling a little less muggy out there as drier air moves into the forecast, but that means our temperatures are going to be on the up and up over the next 7 days.
The Texas Sea Life Center will host a sea turtle release this Sunday. It will take place on the island at mile marker 216. This is by the Wyndham Corpus Christi Resort. Now, there will be free parking at the Windward parking lot. The sea turtle release will be taking place at 11 in the morning.
Who wants to hit a rave at Dave & Buster's? The entertainment chain is now pitching late-night dance parties for grown-ups. The Rave & Buster's tour will make 7 stops in 6 states. Secret DJs at each event. The first rave kicking off July 30th in Honolulu. Tickets are available online.
A man is dead after a stabbing in Corpus Christi. Police found 56-year-old Jose Davila Thursday night in the 1700 block of 18th Street. Medics rushed him to the hospital where he later died. Officers detained one person at the scene. Investigators say the people knew each other. Detectives are interviewing that person but have not made any arrests. Police are asking anyone with information to call Crime Stoppers.
All right, we've got one more look at what to expect heading into the weekend. Just a couple of clouds out there. I know you've seen the murky skies starting earlier today with that Saharan dust, but the afternoon was still fairly sunny. Filtered sunshine, we call it. As we head through tonight, clouds move in, and that's going to keep us warm for Saturday morning. As we head through, you'll expect the murky skies again, and then things clear up for the afternoon. Lots of sunshine. The UV index is going to be unforgiving, so wear that SPF 30 or better. But as you can see here, we're not expecting any meaningful rainfall as we head through your weekend. Drier air is settling in. That means the humidity will be a little more tolerable, but those temperatures, they're going into the up and up. So here's a look at your neighborhood weather forecast, 7-day outlook. As we head into the weekend, we're talking middle 90s here in Corpus Christi. By the time we come back from the weekend, that's looking more like the upper 90s, and we could be looking at some of the hottest temperatures we have seen in all of 2026. The number to beat at CCIA is 96 degrees. We should tie that by the middle of next week and possibly beat it with 97 on Thursday.
That's all the time we have for now. Thank you so much for watching Chris 6 News. Have a great one.